What's good? Gen Z Daddy here. Today, I'm going to talk about some daily habits I have that help me build discipline. Staying disciplined can feel very hard in today's day and age because we have so many distractions. The biggest one being that gosh darn it cell phone. That cell phone just sucks you dry of your free time. It draws you into an addiction of wasting time. And staying disciplined is honestly harder than ever now that we have so many distractions and so much technology going around. First and foremost, I want to define what is someone who is disciplined. Being disciplined is defined as a person who consistently controls their behaviors and actions to achieve goals or a certain standard. And I just looked that up on Google. With that context, let's talk about some daily habits I have that help me stay disciplined, maintain a certain standard, and achieve goals that I want. Number one, it kind of starts with the night before. What I mean by that is I try each and every day, whether it be the weekday, the weekend, whether I have off, something planned in the morning, I try to keep similar bedtimes throughout the week. What I've noticed is it improves my sleep a lot and productivity for the next day. I kind of realized that if I stay up until 12:45 when I usually go to bed at 10:45 on like a weekend or something, that my next day feels off. Like, yeah, I can still function, but I'm not as productive as what I could be. So if you really want to dial into that building of discipline, I'm going to be realistic. You're probably going to try to make plans or do something on your weekend nights. So aim for an hour or two, or the same if you can. Obviously, there's going to be some exceptions if you have this huge like bachelor party or you just have holidays or something coming up. It's not always going to work, but those normal days off that you have throughout the week or weekend, you don't want every single day to be, we're going to stay up until 3 a.m. and we're just going to party hardy. That's going to kill your productivity the next day. Piece of advice, aim for the same bedtime within reason on your days off versus your days on for work, because it's just going to help you a lot to stay productive. I know for myself that if I stay on my 10:45 to 5:45 schedule of sleeping, that even on my days off when I wake up and go running, I just feel so much more productive than if I sleep in until like 8 or 9 o'clock. Definitely, it starts the night before. Number two, this is going to encompass a whole lot, so hear me out. A clean diet is so important to feeling good. Imagine you have this pristine motorcycle and then you put 87 gas in it. I don't even know if that's the right number, but you just put that regular gas in it. That motorcycle is not going to operate as good as it needs to be. You're going to want to put that 93% gas in it. I don't know what the percent stand for. It might be like ethanol or something, but that's not the point. The better fuel you put in for yourself, the better you're going to feel fueled throughout your day. I know it's boring, but it works for me. I eat the same breakfast nearly every day. My morning routine is pretty dialed in. I'll have 2 bananas in the morning, go for a run, come back, eat 2 bowls of oatmeal, 2 yogurts, and then 6 eggs and rice a few hours later. It's worked for me. It makes me feel great throughout the day. I'm not saying you have to do the same exact thing. What I'm saying is you don't want to start your day off with a sugar bomb or nothing at all. Just be mindful of what you're fueling your body with. Obviously, you can have treats here and there. Obviously, you don't have to cut out all bad things. But I really think to get yourself off on the right footing, make sure that you have a clean breakfast. Also, hydration is key. You would not believe the difference I feel after I have water versus before I have water versus if I have no water at all. Usually after my run, if it's summertime, I pound a Gatorade. If it's wintertime or fall time and it's not too hot, I pound a water. And I just feel so much better going into work once I've had that water and food versus if I forget that water. And it's noticeable. And I highly recommend that you really try to get a clean diet. Number 3, I've talked about it a little bit. I have a running routine. I love to run in the morning. I love to get exercising and get moving and break a little bit of a sweat. It wakes me up for the day. It makes me feel more energized. And I literally go into work at 8 a.m. with an abundance of energy. And a lot of people are just rolling out of bed and asking for coffee. I just feel like I have the upper hand and I love it. But that doesn't come with a cost, all right? There are a lot of days I wake up and I'm like, man, I really don't want to run. Or man, this is annoying. What am I doing? Why do I do this every day? And your mind will try to sabotage you. It really, really will. Your mind will be like, hey, you've already ran 5 times this week. You can take a day off. Normal people totally could, and I'm not abnormal. I think I hold myself to a high standard. I don't like feeling stagnant. I don't like feeling like I'm stuck in the same place. And running every day really fuels me and makes me happy, so it works for me. But I'm not saying you run every day. All I'm saying is you get up, get moving, make yourself a schedule, and if you prepare it the night before, know exactly what you're going to do the morning of, it takes the guesswork away. Sometimes, before I really dialed into this, I would go to bed and I would wake up in the morning and be like, whatever I feel like doing, that's what I'm going to do. And sometimes it'd be like, oh, I want to go to the gym. Sometimes it's, oh, I want to ride my bike. Sometimes it's, I'm just going to go for a run. And that's okay. But being disciplined means you make that decision the night before to take the guesswork and have it be as seamless as possible the morning of. Because a lot of times you're going to wake up, you're going to make excuses for yourself to not do it. And sometimes those excuses will win. And this is what being disciplined is all about, not letting excuses win. Because there's plenty of days in the winter where it's 10 degrees outside and I really don't want to wake up and I really don't want to go for a run. But I made that commitment to myself the night before that, hey, I'm running. Unless something drastic happens where I wake up and I'm really, really doggone sick, I'm running. Do yourself a favor, make the decision of what exercise, what kind of activity you're going to do in the morning the night before. Take the guesswork out of it. Your future self will thank you a lot. Remember what I said at the very beginning? The biggest distraction is your cell phone. Number 4, remove or severely limit social media. For me personally, I have taken out Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok. I've taken out basically all the major social medias. I think it's a waste of time. They're annoying. I don't post. Every once in a while, maybe once a month, I'll load up Snapchat, see if someone snapped me and it's important, and then delete it right away. Maybe once a month, I'll download Instagram, see if someone messaged me over there, delete it right away. It doesn't do me any favors. It just sucks away time, and I don't like the social media that much. I'm not saying that you have to delete all of it. I'm not saying that a disciplined person needs to delete all of it. I'm saying severely limit social media because it is so easy to become addicted to just scrolling up, scrolling down, being sucked into that short form content. All of a sudden realize you wasted 3 hours. That kills productivity. Being disciplined means you have time to do what you want, to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. You will not have time to achieve the goals you set for yourself if you use 3 hours a day scrolling social media. It's hard. It really is. I'm a very black and white kind of guy. I'm like, either we do it this way or we do it that way. Grayscale, it's harder for me. So I chose for myself to remove social media. Again, I'm not saying you have to remove it. I'm just saying be very mindful of how much time you spend on it, because you'll be surprised. Even 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes here, what are we looking at? That's already 35 minutes. And in a matter of 35 minutes, I could go for a 35-minute run. And bam, that's already so much time back. I'm not a huge fan of phones. That's just me, though. But it is what it is. Number 5, be aware of what's important to you and focus on that. Being disciplined doesn't just mean that you live a dopamine-free life or a dopamine detox life. Being disciplined means you have goals and you want to achieve them. There's this one quote that I love. It goes, "We aren't burnt out from doing too much. We're burnt out because we've done too little of what matters most." For the last 2 years or so, most weeks I've worked 50 to 60-hour weeks at my mailman job. And it's tough. But I feel I'm better equipped to do these hours than I was 4 years ago, 5 years ago when I first started mailmanning at my other tenure. And I feel like I'm doing better mentally because I'm doing things that are important to me still. Even with those long weeks, I'm still waking up, rising and grinding nice and early. I wake up at 5:45. I'm out the door by 6 o'clock running. And then I run for an hour, 15 minutes, and then I get ready for work. It's crazy, but doing the things you love will help keep you from burning out when it feels like you're being overwhelmed with things that you don't love. I don't wake up in the morning thrilled to deliver mail. It just is. I just have to pay the bills. I have to do what you gotta do as an adult. But because I have passion projects like this, and because I prioritize spending time on building a passion project like this, because I spend time building my cardio up and doing exercise that I love through running, I feel better about myself. I feel more disciplined. Now that we've gotten to the end of the video, I think it's important for you to define what's something you've always wanted to do. And I want you, throughout your chaotic schedule, I'm a 27-year-old male, single, no kids. My schedule looks a lot different than someone who's 27, married, newborn. I get it. We're not going to be able to prioritize the same stuff in the same way. But I do want you to make time for something that you've always wanted to do. Even if it's just a half an hour every day, you can find a half an hour. I don't think there's anyone's schedule out there who can't find a half an hour somewhere. What are you doing at the end of the night? Go to bed a little bit earlier so you can wake up a little bit earlier. What about all that time you're spending on your phone? There's a half an hour somewhere in your day that you can spend time doing something that you've always wanted to do. And that builds discipline. So keep that in mind. Be aware of what's important to you and focus on that when you can. Those are all the tips I got for you. Good luck.